Hey guys, this is Rogers123 here, and this is a morning podcast. And we are going to go over Ghost Recon Breaking Point, or Breakpoint. Gosh, Breakpoint. Good title. Seen some gameplay on it, but I want to show you guys some gameplay on it. Now, it seems pretty decent. I'm thinking it's going to be a good game. But the first one got super lame fast. And this one isn't just, it's not about drug dealers anymore, which is good. It's about like a terrorist type of group that was formed by past Ghost member and other past Ghost members that are now like specialists and militants and stuff. And they have this technology they kind of like took over, and they are using that to their advantage or whatever, but we'll have to see in a sec. I was like bringing up my OBS kind of thing, just so I know that you guys have switched over, so you guys can see too. So let's watch this.
I am a ghost, an elite soldier. Trained to strike my enemies before they know I exist. Death stalks me, but I survive. Overcoming any obstacle. Never surrendering. And with my brothers and sisters at my side, there is no fight we fear.
Sorry to stop the trailer. I gotta point out a few important things. First of all, that dude's a beast. Second of all, I found out that the car, a lot of people complain about how the driving was. It was too stiff and it was just garbage. I thought it was decent, but apparently a lot of people were just like, well, this is shit. So then pretty much Ubisoft was like, oh, wait. I'll do something about it. So pretty much they changed it, but they haven't actually showed early gameplay of it, or not that I've seen yet. I've been looking, but they haven't, even in the early gameplay that I'll show you guys later on IGN. Thanks to IGN. Shout out to them. But yeah, they changed the way the car movement moves, and then the drones really also affect how your car movement is placed. The environment actually affects it more, and then your character, as we just seen before, is affected by the environment more, and he is. Now there's eating and water and stuff. That would be shit for this type of game. It's not a survival game. It is in its own way, I'm gonna say, because you have to survive against these enemies and the environment that affects you, and if you don't have the proper gear, the environment is gonna affect you in a negative way. So you can't just go out in the cold now in Ghost Recon Wildlands, and you can just go there and not be affected by cold environments. You know, if you're wearing a freaking t-shirt and shorts, like you're gonna be affected now, which is cool. Like your guy's gonna be slower moving. Um, his walk speed, he might not be able to run, and then if you break your leg, you'll be limping. If you get shot in the knee, your knee gets blown out, things like that, all that stuff, and you need the proper gear to actually fix those things. But yeah, let's continue here.
We are ghosts. We aren't afraid of death. So when you take the life of my brothers, when you provoke me, it doesn't matter how powerful you are, I will burn your world to the ground. I'm a ghost too. I would expect nothing less.
Available October 4th.
Alright, so he's the main bad guy. That was his sick ass reveal kind of thing. I would say that was pretty cool. No doubts about it yet. I just hope Ubisoft isn't, because they're kind of, sometimes they have a tendency to be like EA. I notice that a lot. Even though, like, for example, Rainbow Six Siege is pretty good and it's going on still. I haven't played it for a while because it's gone like crap. Because they were going to release something, and I don't know how long they're taking to do that, but holy crap, they released a cowboy thing, and that was garbage. And for Easter, they did rainbows and ponies. That was also garbage. I don't know what they're trying to put out there, but at the moment, as a player that comes to different games a lot, I would say, Rainbow Six Siege is just kind of not as popular as it was in my opinion. And then Ghost Recon Breakpoint looks like it's gonna uplift Ubisoft, but once again, it's a triple A game, so that's why movements and stuff should be good, not garbage. And for example, Remnant is not a triple A game, and I know this because of the price range as well as like how everything looks and everything, but like that. But I would say the graphics and the animations in Remnant from the Ashes isn't a problem. We're gonna be kind of looking at at that after, but the only difference which I would say difference wise is like story and environment. So you can't really compare Soulsborne theme game to something like this, but that's just another look at around. Like, I don't believe Souls or the other Souls game. What is it called? Oh my god, I'm forgetting. Dark Souls. There we go. I don't think Dark Souls is a AAA game either. I don't know. It definitely doesn't look like one, but Okay, so then there's a whole bunch of new stuff. Some people are saying that the Ubisoft, because for example, the Division was garbage because the first Division came out and everything was lowered in graphics and all that, and then the trailer showed this amazing game, and I believe let's just look something up quickly. Ubisoft. Oh yeah, I'm just making sure that. Yeah, no, they made they definitely made the Division 2, and that was the Division 2, my man. I never got it, but oh gosh. It looked like garbage. Just like obviously optimizations were up more, but oh, the story. It was lame. Alright, so let's go to the next one. So this is, I think, some 5-minute gameplay of how it's gonna look and stuff.
When you imagine a Spec Ops, you imagine the moment where you fight. But the experience we've discussed with a real former Spec Ops during the development, there's also a full survival.
There's this meme about Ubisoft that I just remembered, and it had like other companies that are pretty good, and then when Ubisoft talks, you can't
Survival
understand
aspect.
anything about them.
So adding that element to the game forces the player to engage with
Because they'll always say some things and then they'll lie and then there's pretty much talking out their ass. But you know, hopefully this game is good.
the world in a way that they haven't really had to before.
And it's going to have an impact on the way the player will make decisions.
Increasing the quality of what you're feeling.
These elements heighten that experience of being immersed in the fantasy, but don't have to become the focal point unless you want them to.
As long as you're interested by military Spec Ops simulations, is only getting more real with this game. We are on a mission with Ghost Recon to recreate how it is to be a Spec Ops behind enemy lines. And the feelings you have can be linked to the open world like with Wildlands, but can also, on top of this, linked to what you feel in survival situations.
The survival aspect of this game was a real focal point in the development. So the key to remember is that the intent was not to shift genres from shooter to survival simulator.
So at first, even with the team, it was quite dangerous, this world, because it can lead you to another type of game. And the first question was, if I don't drink, do I die? And I didn't feel comfortable with the idea that the players had to manage to eat or to drink.
The way we use survival, it's not at all in this gamey meaning where it will be specific tedious tasks to handle. Why? Because we are talking about Ghost Recon. We are talking about a military simulation. When people come here, they want to feel like a Spec Ops, they want to use high-level weapons, they want to end up in survival but exciting situations. Wildlands, it was a massive open world, very exciting to play in, but sometimes the people said, you know what, I don't really feel in danger, and it was reducing the quality of the simulation. By adding those...
Yeah, so for example, on Wildlands, the hitbox points of certain enemy characters were just so garbage that you could like legit shoot someone in the head like 500 times and they wouldn't die. That's a bit exaggerated, but you get what I mean. If you played the game, that is, and you actually know go over the reviews and that. But the whole point is, what I'm trying to say is they changed it, so now any human character doesn't actually have like a health bar. It's affected by natural human hitbox point. Like if you shoot someone in the head, they're dead. Like unless they have a really good helmet, but even then, sometimes the helmets will fly off now because your gun is just so powerful. Or like if you have armor piercing rounds in like this big ass tank buster sniper rifle, obviously you're gonna blow their body apart when you shoot them. No armor is gonna resist it unless they're like a juggernaut suit or something with high-tech gear. That's how they're trying to make it now, which is good. The only things that have health bars are gonna be drones, as far as I know, and like different mechanical enemies, I guess you could say.
Those elements, we actually increasing the quality of what you're feeling, but we are not going against
like
our
times.
pillars.
About imagination.
It led us to the idea that maybe it could be a positive gameplay. If you manage the right way, if you find food, if you are able to craft, then it will give you more advantages.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is really lame. They just keep talking about stuff that isn't really important. Okay, so 13 new features. So let's go over like that. I want to try and see if I can find like the actual gameplay. Like not, well, what they're talking about. Because, for example, the developer No Man's Sky, he talked a lot and he said all these things, but nothing was there. And Ubisoft has a huge tendency to do this. Just they're a bigger company, obviously. What do you mean could return realism? Oh my god. It's a bit weird, man. Sorry, I'm judging a little, but realism? What's Ubisoft's opinion of realism? It's another thing. Hopefully they don't mess that up either. Is this... What is it?
Copy, Ghost Lead.
Yeah,
I'm en route to drop you.
here we go.
Time now.
Here's some gameplay.
Shit, that hurts.
So, this being actually all gameplay, so now you can't just go down, or up the side of a mountain like in Ghost Recon Wildlands, where it's like, you could just walk up the side and nothing would happen to you, And, no, it's actually affected by natural environments, and, if you go down, you go down too fast, then obviously, what just happened there? He's gonna wipe out, and this dude is injured, his ankles are screwed up and stuff. So obviously this is, and the environment is affecting him. All that stuff. Obviously, the healing system is a bit different now, and, if someone has, if they're limping, and then they just put a bandage around their leg, poof, bones are all fixed. So, I think, they're not going, to a point of where it's, that, that realistic, where they gotta, have a crutch and all that crap, because you want to be in the gameplay again right away. Obviously, everybody wants to experience an actual realism type of, or realistic experience. So hopefully that goes up. I feel like Ubisoft, once again, if someone asks, is there going to be microtransactions? Yeah, definitely, 100%. There's going to be the things where they have those packages, and you got to buy the packages to get cool gear and weapons. Yeah, it's probably going to be like that. And I like how they restrict you to actually being able to use the other weapons. And I say I kind of like that. No, I hate that. I'm sarcasm. Jesus, that's terrible. Just make it so you can get everything. For example, running from the ashes. I'm comparing. I know it's a hard comparison, but they're not having any microtransactions. They're just going to support the game for years long. And depending on how well the game goes, they're still going to support it. They said hopefully they live up to their word. I actually haven't bought a game from Gunfire Games before. All I know is they made Darksiders 1 and 2. I have no clue how those games went. Don't ask me. But either way, you know, if Ubisoft doesn't screw this up, then hopefully they don't have too many, at least, microtransactions, because that's just greed at that point. If they have like a $80 game and then they're selling it for like 100 some bucks more if you want like extra stuff, but they're probably gonna have microtransactions, there's no doubt about that.
Take cover. There's an Azrael drone overhead.
Copy that. Got it.
Well, I hate stopping this a lot, but that's another thing I don't think they explained in this gameplay, but pretty much those drones I found out, if they spot you and get 100% spot on you specifically, they're going or your teammates or whatever, and your teammates are doing it, they're going to send those drones that are extremely hard to kill, since they're extremely kind of like moving, and they can dodge you really easily and do like those weird flip things. I don't know if we'll see gameplay on them, but yeah, that's what that thing does right there.
Ghost Lead, this is Ghost 1-2. We're en route to your location.
Okay.
I got eyes on you, Ghost Lead.
Copy. I see you.
You got 3 bad guys closing from the rear.
So some areas that you are in are like mud, for example, or realistic areas where you could camo yourself. That's what you're going to be able to do in certain situations where you're literally surrounded. So this is cool. Also, that being a new feature.
Nothing to report. I'm gonna continue my search. Reconning for location.
You have hostile to my right.
Copy. On target.
So, the neutralize ability isn't just a press of a button now. I noticed this a lot, like in Wildlands, where you would just like teleport to the guy if you're not like close enough. No, it's actually smooth now, where if you're gonna go in for a knife kill or whatever, it actually looks like you're gonna do that.
Ghost Lead, we're set.
I'm bringing the fight to you. Be ready. Get set, guys! Good cover. Bravo team will set a diversion at the gate. Me and 1-1 will infill the camp through the rear.
Copy.
I got 2 armed hostiles here.
I got right.
3, 2, 1.
Push up.
Okay, so when I said driving gameplay, obviously they didn't show too much, and they didn't let anybody that went to this E3 kind of event, didn't actually let anybody touch like the feeling of a vehicle yet. So we as players have nothing to actually expect from it, other than hopefully it's better. So we'll have to see.
They're no wolves, but they got numbers. Bravo team, have eyes in your position.
Three hostiles. That's a Malphus drone.
Stand by. Ghost lead to initiate.
Heavy spotted.
Damn, there's nothing here either. Nothing ever happens around here.
Have a target in sight. Set. I have the drone.
Drone's out.
Ghost lead. We're set.
Go. Go.
Oh, sorry. If you have 4 friends, that are going to be playing this with you, or with the AI, it looks like too, you can actually set this whole cool ass diversion thing.
Let's move quick and quiet.
Where the hell are they? These guys are dead! Alright, let's find these hostiles. Take point. I'm right behind you.
Bravo team, you have hostiles inbound your location.
Eyes open, boys. We have enemy moving in the area. Over here, I see him! Hit the target! What the?
What the fuck is that?
Stop them in their tracks! I got tango's over here! Fight the
Just gonna point something out. That juggernaut that he just shot was actually scripted. By far. Not one bullet actually went towards him in that scenario. So I notice whenever they do AAA game previews, they have like a God mode type of thing on. Generally, developers admit that all the time. It's messed up, man. They don't just like show the gameplay.
Hold in place. We're almost there.
Uh-oh.
What the hell are you doing? No. I don't want to die. Why are they doing this?
So another thing is you can actually move bodies or your teammates that are down to different locations to a safer area, then revive them, because like obviously there's an animation, it's more realistic, blah blah blah. You get it.
I have you covered.
Hostile down. Time to go.
Shit.
So I think that's all the live stream or all the live podcast gameplay I'm gonna show you, and I put exclusive in the titles due to the fact that I was gonna go over a bit of Remnant from the Ashes, but Twitch go over it for a minute. But yeah, no, I'm gonna end it here. I'll show you guys next time. So tune into the next podcast I do. But today I'm gonna be doing some 8-bit type of game play later. It's called Mother Russia Bleeds. We actually got this game like way before, but we haven't actually finished the game or even really played it that much. So we're going to be showing that, as well as we're going to have some more Mars live stream gameplay, as well as I thought, since sometimes during live streams, during the live stream it's fine. Just after YouTube, I found out, doesn't upload it properly sometimes. So then there'll be like these kind of like pixelation things that come up. It's been annoying because it processes longer since it's a live stream and it's like 2-hour gameplay. So during the live stream, I'll record as well and then upload different episodes that are uploaded, and I'll have you guys see that too. So Rogers123 is gonna be, well, out in just a second.